Hey guys, Just Starr here with Starr Realty Group at Keller Williams Realty. So I had promised that I would do a little book overview of what I've been reading, because you guys know how I love my books and my business books and my self-help books, and they give you lots of lessons and nuggets. And I found a really good thing to do was to take notes on the books you've read, because then it helps you remember. So I am a nerd and I actually do take notes on my books too. So if I'm going to teach somebody something or share some wisdom from whatever I've read, I can go back and kind of reference what it was instead of just trying to remember. So the book I just finished reading, I think it was number 6, the 6th book of the year. I have a goal to read 24, was Switch, How to Change Things When Change is Hard. So the nice thing was that I have some mystery book senders. I don't know who you are, but I love you. I'm thinking this one was Chrissy Ledbeater, because I remember posting my books that I read last year and asking for suggestions for new ones. And I remember her telling me that this was one of her favorites. So maybe it's you, Chrissy. If it is, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if not, it's a great suggestion. And whoever did send it to me, thank you. And to everybody else that's been sending me books, you guys rock and you make my day. That's like the best gift to give somebody in my mind. You can teach them. And if you're a growth mindset kind of person, this is like the best gift ever. So I love knowing what your favorite books are, what's inspired you. So I see you guys on here watching. Thanks so much for watching with me. I'd love to know what books you love, just because I'm going to be building my library, as you can see behind me. And the nicest thing is these are all available to my team to read anytime they want. And if I have friends in the community too that sees a book that I've said I loved and they really want to borrow it, just let me know. We have a little sign out so I can remember who I give all these books to, because I do it all the time. Hey Ann, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. What's your favorite business book? I know you're a growth mindset kind of girl, so I'd love to see. And Roslyn, I see you on there too. So if you guys have books you love, please share it here with me. I'd love to see. But so this book, Switch, it's all about how to make a change and how to make it easy on people when you're making the change. So it talks about a couple different things. One, they describe, how we act in life as we have an elephant, a rider, and a path. And what they refer to as the elephant in the book is your emotional side and your instinctive side. The rider is your rational side. So rider's control is precarious because it's so small and relative to the elephant. When the elephant and the rider disagree on which direction to go, the rider is going to lose. So it gives you ideas on how to direct the elephant, how to direct the path. And it says you direct the rider, you motivate the elephant, and you shape the path. So really great lessons in this book. Here's one of them. When your change efforts fail, it's usually the elephant's fault, since the kinds of change we want typically involve short-term sacrifice for long-term payoffs, like weight loss, right? So, oh yeah, shout out to all you St. Louis girls on there. Thank you. So change efforts are tough in business. They're tough in personal improvement and growth. And this talks about how to do that. They also talk about how our elephant, which is our emotional side, really hungers for instant gratification, which is opposite of the rider's strength, which is the ability to think long term. So the instant gratification. So let's think about it. So if we're trying to lose weight, right, which has been my struggle, I've been sharing it with you guys, down 53.5 pounds today. Whoop, whoop. So the thing is, the elephant wants that instant gratification. So if you're out with friends and somebody's getting a drink, or you're out with friends and they're ordering desserts and appetizers and whatever else, and you want that instant gratification because you want to feel like you're not left out, right? And that's fast. And does it lead you to your long-term goal? Even though it's just one time, it might be a bunch of one times that added up. So if we look to our rider, that's a long-term goal. That's how the book points it out here for us. And the writer's going to know that, I'm going to choose not to have that dessert today, or I'm going to choose to have strawberries as my dessert or something else, just to make small little wins along the way. And I think that's why I've actually been losing weight, because I've been celebrating the little wins along the way. So whether I have, gone down a few sizes, or I noticed that something makes me feel pretty, or I notice, whatever it might be, I'm going to celebrate those little wins. I celebrate every 5 pounds and every 10 pound marker. like it's a 100-pound marker, because I have a long way to go. So why not do what the old saying says, and that's, how do you eat an elephant? Inch by inch, it's a cinch. So celebrate those little inches, the little wins, and then it really adds up over time. You can celebrate the big wins too. So, oh, and I love The 7 Levels of Communication by Michael Mayer. That is one of my favorite books too. What did you like about, did you read the 10X rule? What were the things that you liked in that book? I'd love to see that here too, because that's on my list to read. That's Grant Cardone, if I remember right. So another good point in this, I'm getting a phone call as I'm doing this. I don't know how to shut that part off, but self-control being an inexhaustible resource. So the bigger the change, the more it will sap your self-control. So as opposed to taking little consistent efforts and motions at a time and just trying to do the whole thing at once, you know, that's exhausting. So here's a good example for my team. Oh, thanks for watching, Melissa. We have a goal to sell 250 units in one portion of our team and even more in another portion. So that can seem like a really overwhelming number for the team, right? And it can seem like an overwhelming number for me, because we're like, oh gosh, we've only closed X amount of homes so far this year. We want to help this many people change their lives and make their dreams come true. How are we going to do it? So what I did was I actually broke down that goal into weekly goals and even daily goals, so that we can eat that elephant inch by inch. So our goal every week is to sign 5 new listings a week and to put 6 properties under contract a week as a team. So I focus and I motivate those people as best I can to help make those dreams come true. And the reason that we're doing it, because people always need to know what the reason is I want to be able to give to more people in our community and to help change more lives through real estate and through charity events and organizations. And we can't do that unless we sell a lot of homes in order to do that. And money is good for the good it can do. So we want to make a lot of money in order to help a lot of people and give back to our community and inspire others to do the same thing. So when we look at our goals and we break them down like that, it makes a huge, huge difference. So if we only think, hey, we've got to sell just 6 properties this week, right? We're not looking at the 250 that we want to sell. We're looking at the 6. So, you know, we'll cheer each other on each step of the way. The nicest thing, and the book breaks it down, that says, you know, when people feel like they have a portion of that goal met, you know, they're a third of the way or they're this far, the goal seems closer, so they get more motivated. And that's how you motivate that elephant. And we're shaping the path for them, as the book describes, by talking about this and revisiting our goals on a weekly and on a daily basis. So you do that both with weight and, you know, physical well-being. You can do that in your relationships. You can do that with business. So I really, really love this. One of the things they like to say is that you need to direct the rider. So what looks like resistance, remember, your rider is your rational side. What looks like resistance is often a lack of clarity. So provide crystal clear direction on what you want to do. So do you think my team has clear direction on where we want to go? We want to help a lot of people and change their lives. We want to have that money so that we can start a bunch of charity organizations, which we're really looking forward to, and give back to our communities to teach our children to be the best they can be, and to create a community where we have people that want to be servant leaders, give back, help others, and do the right thing. So we need more of that, if you ask me. So that's what I'm going to do, because just like I said to one of my team members the other day, you know, we deal with so many people in this business, and isn't it great that we can be the change that we want to see in the world? So we don't have to look for somebody else to do it. We can actually do it ourselves and teach others to do it themselves too. So the next thing, they want to motivate the elephant. And what looks like laziness is often exhaustion on the part of the elephant. And the elephant, remember, is your emotional side or your instinctive side. So it's critical to engage people in their emotional side, because that's what drives a lot of people. A lot of businesses think that you have to motivate people by money. Not everybody's motivated by money. I'm motivated by giving back to people. I am motivated by knowing I helped somebody change their lives or made their day a little bit easier because they've been struggling with something. Money doesn't actually motivate me. It might motivate a lot of people. And now, do I appreciate money? Absolutely. And it's good for what I can do with my family. It's good for what I can do with my community. But it's not the thing that drives me. Seeing somebody being able to move into their first house, this is a great example, 37 Grimes, some of my favorite clients. They just listed their home. They moved into this house with a couple kids. They had 2 extra kids. and they made beautiful memories here. They redid the entire house. I've watched these kids grow up. I've watched the owners grow up because they were young when they bought. And it's just such a joy for me to see the change in their life and see how they've grown to do that. Another one on Crestview that I have coming. Past clients multiple times over. And because I had said a book that I love, which is called Smart Couples Finish Rich. Everybody get this book. If you read any book at all this year, get this book. It's a personal financial book. Super easy read, gives you lots of great direction, and it can put you and align your financial needs for the rest of your life. So I went to their house for a listing appointment, and they started talking to me about their financial stuff, and I was like, guys, why are you talking to me about this? And they said, Jess, well, you said to read this book, so we did. And because we read that book, we decided to max out our retirement, and we decided that we're going to pay off X, Y, and Z, and we're going to do this. And I thought to myself, how amazing, because I decided to share a book on Instagram and because on Facebook, they saw it, they took my advice, they read it, and they're already making changes in their lives. And I don't know, they're probably like 30 or so. And by making that change in their financial investment for retirement now, the amount of money they're going to be able to save literally will change their life when they retire. So I came home and I told my husband how completely happy I was that somebody did that, and it made me feel so good because I was able to give back and not realize I was giving back to somebody, and they took my advice. So read that book, Smart Couples Finish Rich by David Bach. They just updated it. It was written about in 2002, but they updated it now. So get that one. That's amazing. Now, Switch, another great book. Like I said, I just finished giving you my quick cliff notes on it. There's a ton of great exercises in the back to do too, so definitely get this book if you're looking to make a switch in your life at some point, whether personal, business, health, whatever it may be, or a relationship even. But one other thing, they have a miracle question in this book, so I love this. So the miracle question: suppose you go to bed tonight and sleep well. Sometimes in the middle of the night, while you're sleeping, a miracle happens, and all of the troubles that brought you here are resolved. And they were talking about this question with a couple that was in marriage counseling. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first small sign you'd see that would make you think, well, something must have happened, the problem is gone? So think about what you would change, what would you switch in order to have your problems go away? How would you feel when those problems went away? That's what this book talks about. And making that switch obviously can change your life. And you know, being a growth mindset type person, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you are an entrepreneur, no matter where you fall in that spectrum, books like this are great for mindset and really can help you if you're dealing with an illness or you have a family member dealing with an illness. Focus on your mindset more than anything else. That's what I always did when my dad was sick, and that really helped me get through a really tough time in my life and my family's life because I focused on those things. And I read more books than I've ever read, and I did my gratitude and my affirmations that I do on a daily basis. So, you know, it makes a big difference. So any suggestions on books that you guys have, I'd love to hear them. If you guys like anything I have to say or have a question on any of the books that I post or that I've read, please feel free to private message me or comment on those posts anytime. I'm on Instagram, Jessica C. Starr with 2 R's, or Facebook, obviously, like I am right now. But you can check any of them out, or if you even want to borrow one of them, just let me know. Now, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about real quick is I have this plan, and because I'm such a book nerd, I think, Josh, if you're still watching, it's another plan for us to do. So Susan's laughing behind me here because she knows I have all these great plans, and then I need my people to execute them for me because I'm off to my next thing. So my plan, if you guys remember, Sue, I don't know if you remember this too, but Pizza Hut years ago, I talked about this because I was super stoked about it. I mean, clearly working on the weight problem now, I get it. But Pizza Hut had a program, it was called Book It. And if any of you guys remember Book It, you had to read as a kid you got this pin and you had to read a book. And I think they had like 5 or 7 spots that you could get a Starr sticker on this pin for every book you read. And either your teacher or your parent would sign off on it. once your pin was full, you got a free personal pizza, which is kind of cool. As a little kid, you're so excited about this. Does anybody remember this? Am I the only one here? Sue, did you do this? Pizza Hut's not huge around here. New Jersey, when I had grown up for part of my life, it was big.
We had Pizza Hut in Enfield, and I only ate pizza.
So, but you didn't do Book It.
No.
All right. So we're going to get Sue to do Book It too. She'll do it when I say this. So I'm thinking of making these pins. Now, would you be interested, to my community out there? I see you on here, Becky Hayes. If we did something like this, let's say I want to encourage everybody to read. I think reading is the most important thing. And I was thinking about doing it for adults too, because I mean, why not, right? So what if we did a Book It thing where you either, once your pin was full and you have to get a pin. I love you watching, Becky. You're not busted. Thanks for watching. Good morning, Andrew. Thanks for watching from Texas. But what if we did a pin, like you guys could get a Starbucks coffee once you read X amount of books, and give a book suggestion, or like give a book, share a book, leave it here, whatever you want to do it from the library. I just want to really encourage this reading habit, and I want to do it for children, and I want to do it for adults. So if you get your pin full, your Starr Realty Group pin for Book It, you can go get a free Starbucks coffee. And if you get your pin full as a little kid, you can go get an ice cream cone. So I'm going to talk to the local ice cream parlors, and I'll let you know which one we decide. I knew I'd have you at Starbucks, Beck. That's why I would do it too. I would be so excited. So yeah, just thinking to kind of encourage this reading and to have you guys share it with the community as well, because the more you share, the more people can grow, their mindset grows, giving grows, which, we all should come from contribution and help others. And so that's why I'd really like to instill this reading program. Now, if you're reading, I don't know, 50 Shades of Grey, should you count that as a Book It one? I probably would do something that was more along the lines of some personal help, growth mindset, business books. What do you guys think? I think Sue likes 50 Shades of Grey.
It's personal help.
Never mind. So her argument is that 50 Shades of Grey could be personal help. So, could be. You never know. Maybe some people need that. So, different type of self-help book, I guess. Anyway, so we're going to post some details on this coming up in the next few weeks, and we're going to start it and let you guys know. Some of us don't need to be reading that book. We have enough children. So, anyways. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. And again, let me know what books you love. Please feel free to comment. I'd love to see it. And again, thanks to all my secret book senders. You made my day. And I think my books probably stopped coming just like 2 weeks ago. So that's awesome. I have a lot to read. Anyways, have an outstanding day. If you guys ever need help buying or selling a home in Connecticut or Lower Massachusetts, please always give us a call, 860-690-0679. And we look forward to helping you make your dreams come true too. Spring market is kicking off here, even though we're getting 8 to 14 inches of snow tomorrow. The phones have been busy. We have tons of amazing listings coming. So if you guys are looking, make sure you give us a call, and we'll let you know what we have coming on the market. But we've got about 15 new homes about to hit the market, and we've got a boatload of listings sitting here waiting on offers. So let us know how we can help you make your dreams come true. All right, have a great day, everybody. Thanks so much. Take care.